and enjoy a luxurious liquid amber.
This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle definitely...
are.
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you? I woke up especially early so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yun Li?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yun Li, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming swordmasters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yun Li!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yun Li?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
Are you ready?
I need some more time to prepare myself.
No rush. Take your time. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Please have some tea, masters.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements. Blade in flight!
Yes, you! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Pulverizing sword strike! Like this?
Well done! So, how many of my moves can you block? Practice is over. Swords descend! Right on time. Time for some sword play.
Yes, you!
So, how many of my moves can you block?
That's how a true master does it. With a true heart and focused mind, I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Time for some sword play.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
Strike with heart!
You'll make for good practice.
lies within the self, not the sword. Rock-shattering slash! Right on time.
So, how many of my moves can you block? Blade in flight!
Yes, you! Skills polished, ready to shine. I'll melt it all down.
Rising sword strike! Clouds severing mountains!
Right on time. Time for some sword play.
I'll melt it all down.
Strike with heart!
You'll make for good practice.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
I get it now. All right, check out this move. Clouds, cleave the path. Yes, you.
So, how many of my moves can you block? Blade in flight!
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, it's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her strength.
Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww. Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag her into this, but she refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Senjo blades can improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yenqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too. I'm Jiaoche, the healer working for the general of the Senjo Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School. It specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the General's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No?
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. Two individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Zhao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Zhao Cho meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the General's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the General could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Jiao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right, I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Peach blossoms and divine sword descend.
Just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out.
When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Big sis! Let's go! I want to play in Everhunt Plains!
Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. The big sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me.
Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
They said they were doing an overhaul, but it looked like they had no idea how to operate the Starskiff production line, right?
And it's suspicious how they suddenly finished their overhaul and walked away as soon as they laid eyes on us.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them. Don't get too close, Miss March. He might spot you.
So trapped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Watch out! You're on high alert!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhar, I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Morrison? I could take 10 of
Adusa!
you.
Die, you lowly beasts!
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
swordplay!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
It's too late to repent.
Skills polished, ready to shine.
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
A one-time enemy. Blade in flight!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin! Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
A one-time enemy.
I could take 10 of you. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Cienjo without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Cienjo. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yao Cheng.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibiter Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yao Qing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right? That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Urilo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Law Fu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu, and she harbored deep hatred towards the Hunt. So she spent years making preparations in the Alchemy Commission in order to take revenge on the Xianzhou.
Revenge is also a form of the Hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the Stellaron into the Scale Gorge waterscape, which was guarded by the Videodora.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. That's one less clue we can pursue. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Then we were working with Diviner Fu, and she also witnessed Fantilia's true form. You're not going to doubt one of your own people, are you?
Of course not. We can trust the testimony of Master Diviner Fu Xuan. However, even if she saw it with her own eyes, we can't completely rule out the possibility that she might have been deceived. After all, it's suspicious how the culprit just bizarrely vanished. Oh, it seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jin Yuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Law Fu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Law Fu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Law Fu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongoose behind it all.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Law Fu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling Prison. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might go back on my word and keep you in the Shackling Prison? Relax. If I wanted to do that, you'd already be behind bars. Once you're done with your testimony, you're free to come and go as you please.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance. But I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's Shackling Prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Hwayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
And as for Hule, I'll send my Lieutenant Jiao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
You, General Jing Yuan's esteemed guest?
Well, I'm glad we managed to talk this out.
Do you actually believe in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy?
No, I don't. That's why I'm here, to prove that the prophecy is not real.
I understand. While words can be deceiving, your gaze, your breathing, and your scent, they reveal more than your words do. I trust my intuition more than any words.
Quite unexpected. You're also going on this mission?
Let me see.
We did it! This is what they mean by no pain, no gain.
Let me see. You can never have enough skills. Let's train some more. You can never have enough skills. Let's train some more. You can never have enough skills. Let's train some more. polished, ready to shine. Master, have some tea. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
Recount your sins. By the will of the 10 Lords. The 10 Lords decree. Hereby ordained.
You could have surrendered.
Target threat index lowered. Eliminating threat.
I could take 10 of you.
You don't know how serious this is. I shall judge you for the 10 Lords.
Do you admit this crime? You'll make for good practice. Better not underestimate me!
No amnesty for the Mara-struck. You still deny your sins? You don't know how serious this is. Recount your sins.
You'll make for good practice.
By the order of the 10 Lords, execute the Mara-struck! You can't hurt me.
Target threat index lowered. Commencing annihilation.
No amnesty for the Mara-struck. You still deny your sins?
You'll make for good practice.
You don't know how serious this is. I shall judge you for the 10 Lords. By the will of the 10 Lords. The 10 Lords decree. Hereby ordained.
I get it now! You'll make for good practice. Now, watch this! Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
No amnesty for the Mara-struck.
Target threat index lowered. Hide.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Frog!
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
You still deny your sins? They're clear as day. Recount your sins.
You'll make for good practice. Pardon my manners.
It's time.
Target threat index lowered. Commencing annihilation.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Frog!
I shall judge you for the 10 Lords.
You'll make for good practice. Better not underestimate me!
No amnesty for the Mara-struck. By the order of the 10 Lords, execute the Mara-struck!
That's how a true master does it.
afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
Recount your sins.
I could take 10 of you. So stop!
It's time. You don't know how serious this is. I shall judge you for the 10 Lords. By the will of the 10 Lords. The 10 Lords decree. Hereby ordained.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. What's this?
No amnesty. The Mars struck.
You'll make for good practice.
You could have surrendered.
Target threat index lowered. Hide. Are you all right?
I'm okay.
You still deny your sins?
Skills polished, ready to shine. Better not underestimate me. I could take 10 of you. Master, have some tea.
Recount your sins. You could have surrendered. By the order of the 10 Lords! Execute the Mars struck!
Target threat index lowered. Commencing annihilation.
No amnesty. The Mars struck. You don't know how serious this is. Do you admit this crime? Execution!
You'll make for good practice. So stop!
I shall judge you for the 10 Lords.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. What's this? Better not underestimate me. That's how a true master does it. Now, what's this?
It's time. No amnesty. The Mars struck.
Target threat index lowered. Hide.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora!
Recount. By the will of the 10 Lords. The 10 Lords decree. Hereby ordained.
You'll make good practice.
Do you admit this crime?
Target threat index lowered. Annihilate.
This is serious.
I could take that.
Still in denial? By the order of the 10 Lords, execute the Mars struck! No amnesty for the Mars struck! I shall be the judge.
Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this? Oh, I get it. Now what's this?
Hide.
Recount.
You'll make good practice.
No amnesty for the Mars struck!
Target threat index lowered. Annihilate.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora!
This is serious.
You'll make good practice.
Do you admit this crime? By the order of the 10 Lords, execute the Marastruck! No one misses the Marastruck!
Awesome! You'll make good practice. Watch this!
Give it up.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this! You'll make good practice.
It's time.
Eliminating threat.
Peach Blossoms and Divine Sword descend. Wanna go take some pictures? Or maybe we can go drink some Immortal's Delight.